April 18, 1896, the Daily Star, Fredericksburg, Virginia. The Burden Diamonds. They were stolen by 2 servants of the household, recovered by London police. The thieves endeavored to dispose of the jewels to a Bond Street jeweler who promptly reported, the Burdens going to England to identify the property. London, April 18. The arrests made on Bond Street of William Dunlop, described as a valet, and William Turner, said to be a footman, are important ones. The prisoners said they left the employment of a gentleman in New York recently. In Dunlop's pocket, the police found diamonds valued at $15,000, believed to have been stolen, and a search of the room occupied by the prisoners resulted in the discovery of bracelets, tiaras, rings, scarf pins set with diamonds, emeralds, and other jewelry estimated to be worth $75,000. There is no doubt that the men are the persons guilty of robbing Mr. Burden of New York in December last. The officials of the United States Embassy have cabled Secretary Olney to this effect and have asked for extradition papers. Streeter, the Bond Street jeweler, called at the United States Embassy during the day in reference to the Burden jewels. He said that the prisoners called on him last Wednesday, and he immediately saw that many of the stones they wanted to sell had been torn from their settings, while others were black with dirt. He told the men he would have them cleaned and make an offer on Thursday. Turner and Dunlop left the jewels with Streeter, and the latter communicated with the police. Consequently, when the prisoners called at Streeter's store, the detectives were outside waiting for them. Streeter handed them back the jewels. The men left the store, the jeweler having informed them that he did not wish to buy the stones, and on reaching the street they were arrested. Today, Ambassador Bayard received a cablegram from Secretary Olney announcing the fact that requisition papers will be forthcoming, and asking the London authorities to hold the suspected men. New York, April 18. William Turner and William Dunlop were in the employ of I. Townsend Burden at the time of the great diamond robbery. 2 weeks ago, Mr. Burden reported to Captain O'Brien at police headquarters that a woman's servant had made what she called a confession. The said Turner, who was the butler, had stolen the jewels and had kept them in the house for some time afterwards. He had concealed them in a ham. Turner left Mr. Burden's employ 7 weeks ago, and Dunlop left 4 weeks later. Mr. and Mrs. Burden sailed for Europe today for the purpose of identifying the jewels. October 3, 1913, Berkeley Daily Gazette, Berkeley, California. Conduct search for diamonds in Arkansas. Diamonds were first discovered in Arkansas, August 1, 1906, near the mouth of Prairie Creek, in the vicinity of Murfreesboro, Pike County, and since that time, approximately 1,375 stones, aggregating 550 carats, are reported to have been found in this locality. The diamonds in Arkansas occur in a rock known as peridotite, and for this reason, search for further areas of the rock has been made. This search has resulted in the finding of 3 new areas, the known extent of which is much smaller than that near Murfreesboro. They lie within an area of 1 square mile, about 3 miles from Murfreesboro. These localities were visited by Hugh D. Miser of the United States Geological Survey and are described by him in Bulletin 540-U, an advanced chapter from Contributions to Economic Geology, 1912. At the time of Miser's visit, the Kimberlite Diamond Mining and Washing Company was erecting at Kimberley a plant to wash the diamond-bearing earth to be hauled on a tramway from its peridotite area and from another tract near the mouth of Prairie Creek. 4 diamonds of good quality are said to have been picked up on the surface. the largest weighing 4 carats. Further development work to ascertain the extent of the peridotite is now underway. On another tract, where a little washing for diamonds has been done in a crude way without machinery, 20 diamonds have been recovered. A copy of the report may be obtained free on application to the Director of Geological Survey, Washington, D.C. February 3, 1927. The Florence Times-News, Florence, Alabama. Rare diamonds are said ill luck omens. London, February 3rd. UP. Does the rising sun carry the curse so often associated with very rare jewels? The question was heard at the sale of the great diamond recently, and the superstitious are wondering if there will be a manifestation of evil now that this stone has changed hands. It is recalled by those who entertain the idea of such a curse connected with unusual gems that the malicious spell of the Golden Dawn operated almost simultaneously with its sale. Captain C.R. Lucas discovered the Golden Dawn in South Africa and had it polished, but ill luck followed him, and he never gained anything by the diamond. He was forced to put it up for auction to meet obligations, and the sale price of $20,000 barely covered the loan he secured on it. The Aga Khan bought the Golden Dawn, and a few hours later he was informed that his young wife, to whom he was deeply devoted, had died suddenly in France. The famous blue, or Hope diamond, was associated with a series of tragedies and was finally sold in Paris for a ridiculously small sum in 1909 because of its curse. The rising sun is nearly twice as large as the Golden Dawn, weighing 102 carats. It is a magnificent yellow gem, for which $250,000 was asked in Sweden a few years ago. It was never coveted by the superstitious. Although no particular ill luck has been associated with it, the stone has never been regarded as an emblem of good luck. Polished about 60 years ago, this great diamond was in the hands of a Russian family until 1916, when disaster overcame many of the wealthy Russians. The stone then went to India and was sold again in 1922. Its last owner possessed it only a year. It is impossible to estimate the value of such a rare gem, according to W.E. Hercombe, the auctioneer. Such a stone is worth only what it will bring, and this always depends on who wants it. It is too large and precious for practical use by the average individual, while comparatively tiny stones are cherished by well-to-do owners. There is something uncanny about the rising sun.